All right. Greetings and salutations. It's your boy D.Boom for LLE.Ascension, aka LLE Astrology, aka LLE Tarot. We are back. So, doing Divine Feminine Situation. Had a good message in the Divine Masculines reading. Just here to see what the Divine Feminine's demo is all about. I'm going to do another reading before the day is done. And like I say, only rant that I got. I'm doing specials on the weekends now. So Saturdays and Sundays are usually good times to book for, reduced readings. Readings are usually $50. In-person readings are usually $40. Live coaching is usually $100. I do deals just to get people on board, so you can check me out on a personal level. This is cool, you know what I mean? But it'd be better to really get like some one-on-one, hands-on time with your boy. Be the best money you ever spent. So that's all I pretty much gotta say. Gonna do head, shoulders, knees, and toes rant, and we will begin. So head, that's swords, thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology. That's the directions you go on. That's the decisions that you make, and everything starts from the mind. Cups. Cups are feelings and emotions. All feelings and emotions are just indicators on where you're going mentally. Heart and mind must be aligned with everything that you do. You can't half-ass nothing. Who rules the heart and mind department? The divine feminine. You can tell. Then you got wands. Just like the king of wands here, which is the divine masculine. Wands are actions and behavior. That's what the masculine is the king of. Actions and behavior. Things you're doing, things you've done, not things you finna do, because that don't mean anything. So what that means is what you've done in the past, you got accountability for. You know what I mean? And you get karma for it. What you're currently doing, there's accountability in that. It can be accounted because you're doing it. Yeah. There's accountability in that and there's karma to it. What you finna do or ain't did yet, there's no accountability or karma to what you finna do, because what you finna do don't mean anything. Then we got pentacles. Pentacles are persons, places, and things. Shit you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Pentacles are persons, places, and things. Shit you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. All pentacles expire. All pentacles are temporary. And all pentacles have expiration dates. Pentacles is also manifestation at its finest. So let's get with it, feminine. First card of your message, we got the Nine of Wands. This is the Wounded Warrior. This is being overburdened or overworked, from too many actions and behavior. I mean, Nine of Wands really ain't too many actions and behavior. You really ain't got to the Knight, Queen, King, and things. Knight of Wands, that's moving fast and furiously towards your divine direction. Queen of Wands, that's moving like a divine feminine. What makes a person divine? It's their actions and behavior. Things that they're doing and things that they've done, not what the fuck they finna do, because that don't mean nothing. Like, which goes to show you that divines are working. Even your divine masculine, he's working as we speak. He's making change in the world as we speak. He on his job as we speak, unless you think otherwise. But it ain't what you think. It's what you know. So usually this is like the energy of you put a lot of time, energy, and resources into something, and you have hopes or faith, really keyword faith, that it's going to come to pass. Been working on your twin flame situation, hoping that the work that you put in counts. It's karma and accountability to that. You put in work, all right, bet. That's accountability. It's a lot of people who ain't working. A lot of people who ain't doing shit. But you're doing something. At least you're trying. Better than people that's quitting or not doing anything at all. Right? This is feeling overburdened. When you get like this, take a motherfucking break. It's like you've been working out a lot. And you got bones and rotary cups that's hurting and shit. Okay, we'll dial it down a bit. Don't work too hard. Don't start off lifting heavy weights. Start lifting light weights, then get to the heavy weights. Don't burn yourself out working out to where you end up feeling like shit at work. Do things in moderation. Whether you work on this twin flame situation, whether you're trying to find your path, your purpose, whether you're trying to find yourself, whether you're trying to find out the secrets of the universe, whether you're trying to find God. Do that shit in moderation. You know what I mean? Even though tomorrow ain't promised, so it's best to get the most out of your day to day. At the same time, we living for tomorrow too. You know what I mean? We ain't ready to die. You know what I mean? We ain't ready for spiritual suicide at the moment. So, like I said, if you win it to win it, it's gonna be a long haul. This twin flame shit is forever. So you ain't gonna stop working for this to the day you die. Purpose and path is forever. You ain't gonna start working that till you die. So if you in it for the long haul, you better take shit in moderation. Because what you don't want to do is let, I don't know, your expectations put you in a situation where you feel your own actions and behavior aren't accounted for, or you ain't get nothing out of them, which is bullshit. You know what I mean? As long as you try, you will succeed. But if you try and you fail, you just learn something. You learn by doing actions. It's doing some shit, right? By you doing actions, you learning how to maneuver anyway. And that's the shit you need to focus on. Number one, why are you putting this work in? Yeah, you want your twin flame situation to work, feminine, but I mean, you doing this shit for the embetterment of both of you. Because your twin flame situation is built for you to be the best person you can be. That's why you working in the manner that you working. That's why you growing and evolving in the manner that you evolving to be the best person that you can be before anything else. But if you put in all your time, energy, and resources to make somebody like you, or make somebody fuck with you, or try to turn the tables for someone else to your corner, or something else to fit in your box, shit, you're going about it the wrong way. You know what I mean? That's shit you need to focus on. Why you doing the shit that you're doing anyway? So if you put in your life to dedicate your life to help people, okay, why? Is it because you needed help and you ain't get it, and you just trying to prove a spiritual point by being the person that you didn't have in your life? I mean, is that gonna help you out? Is that gonna get you a peace of mind, or is that what you trying to do to get other people to get on your stick? It's like me with this channel. Like I say, I'm doing shit the right way. And it's crazy how I get a message every day at this point to buy subscribers, to buy views, to buy time, to buy the analytics for this shit. It's tripped out because I've been doing the same shit since I started. And when I first started, like I say, shit was flowing quite nicely. Now it's like I got into a system. And I gotta feed this system in order to like really build my own shit, which is crazy. But yeah, like, you know, when I work and do this, I do it in moderation. I'm not doing readings every motherfucking day. I'm not hitting topics to catch people's eye or making my titles and this shit look sexy for y'all. Like, nah, like that's putting, in my personal opinion, too much into y'all. You know what I mean? It's what I put into myself. You know what I mean? I take $1 over a penny any motherfucking day. Look for solid individuals that want to get on path and purpose, that have faith that things are going to work out the way they're supposed to be. Not people looking for a quick fix. Not people that skipping steps looking for a quick fix. Not people that's threatening to leave their twin or threatening to leave this whole little divine community because shit is not working in their favor. That's definitely not the people I do this shit for. I do this shit for people like myself who really in it to win it, who know what time it is, who do shit in moderation to stay in the game. Like EA Sports, baby. Bottom line, which is more important, we got Eight of Pentacles. This is your life in a card. So shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, comfortable bed you're sleeping on. The four walls you calling shelter right now. Your car, your crib, your job, your kids, your relationships. You know what I mean? That's what your life consists of. The average person ain't got a life. They're codependent. So they're living somebody else's life. Or just clenching on or hitching a ride on somebody else's dream or somebody else's pinnacles and shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of people who ain't got a life, so they're gonna cling to your life or live vicariously through your life or want stake and claim in your shit. These are pinnacles. This is time, energy, and resources you created to manifest the things that you have. Watch out for clingers. Watch out for parasites, man. Watch out for motherfuckers that see your life and want to build off your motherfucking life because your shit looks pre-established. They don't have a life. So in reality, don't fuck with a person that ain't got their own life. Fuck with somebody that got something going on. So they ain't codependent on what the fuck you got going on. Fuck with somebody that has a life. So they ain't making their life all about yours. Clarifying that is the divine masculine, the king of wands. Your divine counterpart, divine feminine. Or it could be a whole another masculine that you fucking with. You know what I mean? Know what a masculine is. Masculines have power. Masculines have divinity and divine accountability just like you. Shit you doing to make the world a better place, your masculine doing but in another life. And guess what? You had a whole fucking life before you met your divine masculine. So in reality, your masculine ain't a part of your life. I see a lot of people making fucking excuses as to, I don't know, people like me who do what I do, they think I'm codependent on my masculine. Nah, like, I tell y'all about my twin flame story all the time, but it ain't like y'all living in my life or have seen me and my masculine really interact. Some people have been blessed to see me and my masculine together and how we interact together, and they know. You know what I mean? But nah, my life don't consist of just my masculine. I talk about him all the time, but he has his whole life. His own life he living. I got my own life that I live. You know what I mean? Time to time, we kind of get together to do some shit. We have a little meeting of the minds. We check in and call with each other. He rides for me at the end of the day. I ride for him at the end of the day. Anything he need from me, if I can give him that, that's cool. Anything I need from him, he'll give me that, that's cool. He supports me in my endeavors. I support him in his. This is a mutual thing, me and my masculine guy. We down for each other like that. And in the process of this going on 10-year demo that we didn't have, I'm a whole new creature. I am not the person I was when I first met my master. My master is not the person he was when he first met me. We are two different people who have changed for the best. He's unlocked powers within me. You know what I mean? Thus turning me into a whole new creature. I've unlocked powers in him, thus turning him into a whole new creature. He good, I'm good. Whether our lives are entwined or not. Like I say, you know what I mean? For you twins out here, I'm telling you, y'all feminists and burnt the fuck out because of how your life is situated and where your masculine is in your life. Hey, don't be blaming him for shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because rule number one to this twin flame shit, it is optional. He doesn't have to fuck with you. He ain't got to buy into this twin flame thing. He ain't got to pick up your phone calls. He ain't got to deal with you altogether. And that's vice versa. But like I say, Queen of Wands, Divine Feminines, y'all lead this expedition. You out here. Your job is to lead with your life, your own life. Lead with your own life, your masculine, to a better life of promise. It's while you getting your life straight, your masculine will get his life straight. While you handling your business, he gonna handle his business. If you going off your divine masculine and what he got in his life, and then you actions, that's what divines do. This is your actions and behavior. The kings and queens of actions and behavior. If he doing his thing and you looking at his shit and you moving to how he moving, just because he in a relationship, you want to get in a relationship. Just because he seems happy, you want to get happy. You know what I mean? It don't work like that. You don't chase your masculine. He chases you. If you're the chaser feminine, then stop chasing. Become the runner. He'll eventually chase after you. He go off what the fuck you doing. It ain't the other way around. Unless he's the enlightened one and you're not the enlightened one. All divine feminines ain't the enlightened one. The masculine can be the enlightened one. But somebody has to lead. Somebody has to follow. So, just want to throw that out there, feminine. And actually, the last card in this message is you. We'll get to you in a minute. But back to your masculine, though. Whatever he doing in his life shouldn't concern you. You need to be focused on your own life. If he got a life and you don't, that fucking speaks volumes. If he has freedom and you don't, that speaks volumes. If he happy and you ain't, that speaks volumes. That means he's the king of wands for real. That means he got one up on you. He's found happiness. He's found life. He's found what the fuck he looking for. Have you found what you looking for? Ain't no competition between you and your motherfucking masculine. Ain't no getting back with you and your masculine. Ain't no blame game going on. If you still blaming your masculine for shit, that means you still getting triggered. If you still getting triggered, that means you ain't on your business. I'm gonna be the one to let y'all know the truth. That's the truth. You still getting triggered by your twin? I get you right. I stopped being on my trigger for my twin years ago. Why? Because I stopped playing the blame game years ago. There's no possible way I'm doing more than my masculine. He does what he does. I help people with this. Life coach them, help them find a path, help them find a purpose, help them get in union, reunion, and recognition with their twin. But more than anything, my path and purpose is about bringing people back to God. Because a lot of people going astray, letting the world affect their own like foundation. What they like, you know what I mean? As a kid, you was put God in, like God was putting your foundation. Your parents with the church, I'm sure. Your grandparents with the church, I'm sure. A lot of people shitting on the church as if it didn't help their grandparents become the men and women that they are, men and women of God that they are, and they brought you here. They didn't get lost in the world like their fucking peers. If they wasn't alive, you wouldn't be alive. If they didn't keep it together, you wouldn't be here. If they didn't stay strong or have faith that things were gonna work in their favor, you wouldn't fucking be here. It ain't nothing as us in the new generation coming up on, right? That's shitting on whatever they had. Whatever they had, we should have got. You understand what I'm saying? Let me say this shit one more time. Whatever foundation, spiritual foundation that they had, they should have instilled it in us. They probably did. But like I said, a lot of people leaving their foundation. It's due to self-hate. My personal opinion. Identity crisis. My personal opinion. A lot of motherfuckers got mixed emotions now. You know what I'm saying? Towards God. Or mixing different shit thinking it's gonna fit. You know what I mean? Like, nah, structure that comes from family. Foundation that comes from family. Ain't nothing we on as the new generation. Alright? That should be having us breaking away from our foundation unless we hate our foundation. Unless we hate the people that put us in this foundation. Like self-hate. It goes a long way. And I will say more, but I don't feel like offending people because my communication, especially during this retrograde, is just being taken out of whack for so much, so long. So let's get to this message. You personally coming to this thing, feminine. You got the Three of Cups. This is distractions of third parties. The world, Four of Cups, which is the next step after this, is full. You can fit 3 cups in the 4 cups. The world is full of distractions and third parties. The world is built basically to keep you away from what really matters. You get in a relationship and they pull you away from your family or isolate you from your family or convince you that your family is not what you need. I mean, it's another person convincing you what you don't want or don't need. That's crazy. You should be establishing that. But whatever. If it take a relationship to kind of, I don't know, isolate you or pull you away from your foundation and your family, that's something you need to really take into consideration. Obviously, you're distracted by something. You take it to a person's influence to where you spending your whole motherfucking time trying to hear what another person got to say about your path, about your purpose, about your spirituality, about your twin flame shit. Like the way I'm built, I'm all about self accountability. Is you working? Is you grinding? Is you trying? Is you in it to win it? Because if you playing, this shit ain't gonna work out. You watching me, you taking my advice and shit like that. Like this ain't built for fakers. This ain't built for fucking posers. You either in it or you not. If you ain't in it, then don't be about it or say you about it because, like I say, I'm gonna hold you divinely accountable to shit. It's all about accountability and work with me. Excuses don't fly here. Empathy, sympathy don't fly here. Being open-minded to everything in the motherfucking world, nigga, that's a distraction. Only talk about path, purpose, God, Christ consciousness, and twin flames because in reality, that's all that really matters in my realm of thinking. Like I was telling a friend the other day, she's interested in wanting to get into, astronomy and the nodes and the gateways and the positions of the planets and shit. I'm like, okay, more power to you. I'm like, I will kind of handle path and purpose and divinity and your twin flame thing first before you kind of try to, I don't know, get more instructions on shit. Like if you can't even really figure out the basis of things, what's the purpose of you getting all advanced with shit? That'll be a distraction. Remembering 72 numbers instead of just remembering 4. Like a lot of people don't even get the basic instructions before leaving Earth, the Bible, or at least what it is and why it's here. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't even get the basics of God and why we talk about him and why he's here and how he's the source and we're just the plug that plugs into the source. We were disconnected due to free will and we just trying to get back to the source. People don't even understand the basic concepts of God. People don't even understand the basic concept of Christ. Why we don't even burn burnt offerings anymore or do human sacrifice on the level that we as human beings was doing well throughout the years. It's a consciousness Christ bringing. Even if you don't believe in Christ as a motherfucking person, it's a consciousness. The shit that he does. You know? It's a lot of basic shit people don't get, like how to find your path and purpose. I say it all day. It's between your passion and what the fuck you doing most of the time. Most of the shit you putting your time, energy, and resources to, and then your passion is right in the middle of that shit. But a lot of people don't understand that. Like the basic rules of this twin flame game. Rule number 1, it's optional. Rule number 2, the shit is built to make you two the best people you can be before anything else. Rule number 3, you had a whole life before you met your divine masculine. You focus on getting your life together. Your masculine had a whole life before he motherfucking met you. He's not gonna stop that part. Like you're not gonna stop your whole life living part. Like at the end of the day, it's just basic rules. Like the basic laws of the universe. Basic quantum physics. Basic astrology. Basic astronomy. People ain't even mastered the basics, but yeah, everybody and their mama think it's some advanced shit that they need to know or get into that's gonna help them understand the basics. Nah, that's going backwards. That's skipping steps. You going too advanced to try to figure out the basics. Nah, nigga, figure out the basics. Once you figure the basics out, you'll see exactly the need and the importance of even having advanced instruction. The fuck is we learning calculus and algebra for when you still having problems dividing? You still ain't mastered multiplication, but you want to jump in algebra. Nah, nigga. You gotta learn addition and subtraction, at least the basics, so you can learn how to count money around this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Then you got multiplication. Then you got division. Once you master division, we can get into some hard shit like finding the variable to even find the motherfucking answers to the problems. Algebra, then trigonometry, then calculus. Then you can get into like astrophysics and shit like that. You know, there's too many distractions out here. The world will have you looking up, down, left, right, east, west. The world will have you going in 3 circles. Instead of like walking the path that you need to be walking right now. The world will have you concerned with everything else but what you need to be concerned about. Like reality, we was born into this world with a life. It should be our focus to focus on our life. Before your twin flame, divine masculine could even fit in your life, you need a life for your masculine to fit into. Your life is 80% of this cake. You know what I mean? That's the dessert of this whole twin flame thing. Your masculine is just the icing on your cake. He's just 20% of it. He ain't 80% of this shit. He's 20% of it. I talk about my twin all the motherfucking time, but he's just 20%. He's just the icing on my cake. I still got a whole cake at the end of the motherfucking day, and it's people without cake focused on icing. That's a distraction. You walk around looking for icing, but you ain't even got a cake to put it on. Like, you over here looking for advanced instruction, but you ain't even figured out the basic shit. You over here worried about what everybody else going on, but ain't even focused on what you got going on your damn self. Just being distracted. And when you distracted, that gives time, energy, and resources for other people to infiltrate you even more. Feminine distractions. Watch out for that shit. Indirect energy, mystery madness, or subconscious. Till you come into the situation, we got the 9 of Pentacles. What is a life? It's an 80%. What's an 80%? That's a B. That's a good standard. But you still got A's and A pluses. Look at your life. It's all over the fucking place. I mean, once you establish your life, that's cool in the game, but you need to line your life up. Why? So you can make a lot of space and room in your life and find things you couldn't find before. The fact that you got a life, that means other people can come in and try to fit themselves in your shit. Or come in and try to take things out your life, the life that you built. But by you lining your life up, you can actually, this is you see. Once you get in order where things really fit. You ain't really got enough space in your life once you get it established to really figure out what you want or what you can possess in it or what can fit or what needs to be taken away. It's a mess. Life is a mess until you line your life up. 9 of Pentacles. That's an A. That's lining your life up. So what? You can really see what's in your life. You can really get a good tally of what's in your life. You can really see the persons, places, and things in your life and what persons and places and things you need to remove out your life or reshift or rearrange. Place importance to what's important and what the fuck's not. Unimportant shit shouldn't be on the top of your list. Important shit should be on the top of your list. It's like tasks you gotta do. You know what I mean? You kind of want to knock out the hard shit first because really that's where your time, energy, and resources are going to go into the hard shit more so than the easy shit you can knock off or do at any time. But it's how you line your life up. It's like me with this. I'm not telling y'all how to live your motherfucking life. I'm just telling you how important your life is. I'm not making this twin flame shit all about your masculine and shit like that. Nah, I'm just telling you the importance of being in a twin flame situation. This shit will change your life for the better. It'll make you a more powerful, more stronger, more influential person. You know what I mean? Even if you ain't got a twin flame situation or you're aware of your twin flame situation and you know it ain't going anywhere, even you going without your twin flame demo, it's cool because you had your own life well before this shit even happened. So you're going to be good with it without your masculine, just like your masculine going to live his life with it without yours. You know what I mean? It's your life that you're going to have to take tally up. You know what I mean? And really get a good look into what you got going on in your shit. Feminine, you in regards to yourself personally, we got the Knight of Swords. This is fear. What's fear? That's making decisions without crossing your T's and dotting your I's, or being mentally discombobulated from the Ten of Swords that happened before this Knight of Swords. Ten of Swords is death or a permanent ending. Aside from death, losing a person. Ten of Swords is you losing your car, you losing your job. You know what I mean? You losing something important. And once it's gone for sure. Ten of Swords is also like a divorce. This is life after the divorce. This is life after your car got stolen. This is life after your house got broken into. This is life after some catastrophic shit that just happened. Of course you scared. Of course you in fear. Shit ain't never happened before, or you didn't think this time was coming. It's like you having a motherfucking stroke and you feel you at the healthiest part of your life. Of course you scared. I thought I was healthy as a motherfucker. I just had a goddamn heart attack. Like, what the fuck is going on? Fear. Fear ain't nothing but an indicator that you ain't mentally where the fuck you need to be. The next step is the Queen of Swords, which is in your direct energy. This is in your indirect or subconscious energy. This is in your conscious or direct energy. Fear is normal. You know what I mean? It's like everybody dying around you. You ain't gotta get scared. In fact, just take it to the next level. The Queen of Swords. What's that? That's the Lucy Liu card on my deck. What's that? That's just being 10 toes the fuck down on what mental direction you going in. You just had a motherfucking heart attack. Alright, now it's time to be 10 toes the fuck down on your health. You just, you know what I mean? Your bitch ass motherfucking husband just filed for divorce. Thus you seeing he was just using you for your motherfucking pinnacles or just hitching a ride on your life. It's kind of fucked up and scared that a person that you trusted and built your whole life with just turned their back on you and just dropped you like a motherfucking hotcake and did it so freshly and finessely. But just let you know to be 10 toes the fuck down on your next relationship. Or 10 toes the fuck down on what direction you want to go with him. You just lost your car. You don't know how the fuck you're going to get to work. You're confused right now. You know you're going to have to spend money at this point. You know you're going to have to break in your savings and really correct your little situation here. You need a car. You weren't ready to get a new one right now, but hey, you gotta get what you gotta get. You just lost a family member. You just lost a child. You don't know how the fuck you gonna bury their ass. You don't know how the fuck you gonna move on without their ass. Hey, you better be 10 toes the fuck down on what mental direction you want to go with this fear. Otherwise, you're gonna let this fear consume you. It's the mind. It ain't the physical things that hurt you. It's the mental things that hurt you. Everything starts in the mind. So if your health bad, you need to get your mind right on your health. If your relationships are bad, you need to get your mind right on your relationships or the next one. Or modify the actions and behavior ones of your current relationship. Like I say, fear is normal, but staying in that energy ain't normal. Being proactive off that energy is the way to go. So when it comes to yourself and your subconscious or indirect energy, you need to be on your Lucy Liu shit. The reason why I call the Queen of Swords Lucy Liu is just like Lucy Liu and Kill Bill. Look how she moved. She don't talk much. She do more walking than talking. She's usually silent. And if she gotta say something, if she gotta slow down and break some shit down, she might fuck around and break your neck. You know what I mean? She about business and business only. She about making shit happen. She don't show fear. Not Lucy Liu. Fuck you mean in any motherfucking action flick. She don't show fear or let fear get the best of her. When Beatrix Kiddo finally met her ass face to face to do that final showdown, she didn't bitch up. She smiled throughout that whole shit. The only time she fixed her face up was when Beatrice cut her head off and she realized that was a Hattori Hanzo sword. Like, damn. She really came to fucking play this motherfucker. Like, hey, you stay brave to the end. Bravery, you gotta get more results out of being brave than being fucking scared. By being scared, you're just gonna allow another person to come in your life and, I don't know, be the answer to your prayers. Try to super save you. Fuck out of here. Like, nah. You need to be 10 toes the fuck down on what mental direction you going. Why? So you ain't pussyfooting with people. So you ain't stutter stepping with people. This is being aggressive, not passive aggressive. One thing about being passive aggressive, it's gonna confuse motherfuckers. Be direct. Don't be scared to hurt people's feelings. Don't be scared to hurt people, period. Fuck all that. Queen of Swords, nigga. Ain't nobody sidestepping with you. Don't nobody give a fuck about, you know what I mean? Your emotions at the time seems like people just step all over you. Seems like people just take advantage of you all the motherfucking time. So why the fuck is you focused on other people's feelings? Why is you focused on not trying to hurt somebody when they ain't focused on not trying to hurt you? I mean, I understand this whole divine shit and I see it all the time. People use this divinity shit to let people walk all over them. They use this divinity shit to not say what's really on their heart and mind. They use this divinity shit to try to turn the other cheek, screaming in the name of Christ because Christ did it. But what people don't understand about Christ, Christ didn't take no shit. That nigga stood up for what he believed in. He, you know what I mean? Christ was like a rebel. You know what I mean? He went against most teachings of religious-based systems back then. He had a problem with a lot of religion back then. You understand me? And that's the reason why he died. He didn't die because he ain't say nothing. He didn't die because he was going against what everybody else was fucking with at the time. He died. Yeah, look at how he died, man. He must have upset a few people. He must have unwove a lot of woven shit back then. He must have been, like I said, a cancer to a lot of fucking systems back then. How they did him. But ain't like he did that shit for a reason. That nigga stood up for what was right. And died gracefully in the end of it. That's how you gotta be. What's being 10 toes the fuck down? That's being ready for the smoke. That's being ready for any accountability or karma that come with the sword decision you just made. It was just 10 toes down. As far as the masculine energy, feminine, in regards to the masculine energy consciously, directly, we got the Ace of Wands. This is awareness. What's awareness? Actions and behavior. Through people's actions and behavior, you can get aware exactly who they are. Through people's actions and behavior, you know exactly what they are. So if a person is confused, going from one direction to another direction, they just was here doing this, now they switching to this shit, they can't find no type of consistency, their actions just spoke. They're confused. They're not assertive. They ain't direct. They don't know what the fuck they doing. They just living life on a prayer. They just out here. You can learn a lot from people actions and behavior. It's the shit that they do. Like I say, that's how you oh my god, that's how you can identify a a divine masculine and a divine feminine from the actions that they do. That's how you can define a karmic feminine or a karmic masculine from their actions. Karmics are usually focused on pentacles. All they give a fuck about is pentacles. Bringing more pentacles in their life. They focus more on shifting the pentacles in their life and keeping their life exactly where it needs to be, more so than, like I said, what they do outside their life. Like, we got jobs to do on earth, but we also got jobs to do for the kingdom. A lot of people act like they don't know what the kingdom means. I'll break it down for you again. The kingdom is the kingdom of God. That shit that's outside of you that needs to be attended to. Yeah, you got a life, but it's a lot of people who ain't got one. Yeah, you got pentacles, but it's a lot of people in this world who have no pentacles. It's always somebody you can help. It's always a hungry person to feed. It's always a misguided person you can guide. It's always a homeless person you can shelter. You know what I mean? It's always somebody in need that you can help. There's more people fucked up in this world than cool. There's more people unsuccessful than successful around this motherfucker. There's more people who need help than people who can help themselves. You eating good, right? Alright, feed somebody. You living good, right? Alright, help somebody at least live good for the night. Winter coming, nigga. It's gonna be cold as shit. You know how many people freeze to death from living outside or living in their cars? You know how many motherfucking children go, you know what I'm saying, the night without eating shit? You know how many hungry kids it is sleeping on empty fucking stomachs, Joe? Be of service. You know what I mean? But what you can't do is burn all your energies and burn all your resources trying to help everybody. You can't help everybody. You know what I'm saying? Each one reach one. As long as you reach one person with your path and purpose, as long as you can use your path and purpose and your talents and your gifts and your intuition and shit to at least help one person, you good. Then you can help another person when you're ready to help another person. And then another person when you're ready to help another person. Can't save everybody. God ain't never needed help saving the world. Period. So everybody trying to convince you that you're here to save the world or save your community or save your family against famine, war, police states, and destruction and shit, watch that person. They probably ain't got a life theyself telling you what the fuck to do with your life. You know what I mean? Like, hey, at the end of the day, awareness is what's going to save you. Being aware. Because if you're aware, then you're accountable. Say that shit one more time. Because if you're aware, you're accountable. If you don't know, you ain't accountable for shit. You hurting people all day, but you don't even know you hurting people. Thus, you ain't accountable for it. Oh, you accountable on a divine realm. You might not be earthly accountable because you Ray Charles to shit. But, you know, awareness. That's the difference between a woke person and a motherfucker that's asleep. Like, if you were really aware on how the world works and on how people work, you will kind of modify your actions and behavior ones on how you deal with people. You will know you can't save the motherfucking world. You will know you can't help it. Just everybody. That just really, it's like the concept of church, man. As long as you bring one person to God, then you did your job. Pastors say that all the time. I know y'all ain't listening, but as long as I can reach one person up in here, we cool. As long as I do an altar call and I can bring one person back to Jesus or one person back to God, I did my motherfucking job. Because just like church, motherfuckers come to church for plan. They don't want to get their life right. They ain't trying to get their life right. They're just there to look good. You know how people I know to go to church to look for mates and marry these people and they get divorced and the shit don't work out because they came to church looking for a mate? They ain't come to church to get closer to God. They ain't come to church to get a good Christ consciousness understanding. Nah, they coming for people. They're coming for places. They're coming for pinnacles and shit. A lot of people waste their time in church. That's why I ain't no preacher, because I'm telling you, I wouldn't have no nigga. Hell no. I'll be like, you see how I'm on now and the truth factor and how a lot of people don't want to hear the truth from me and shit. You know what I mean? How my swag and my steez kind of, I don't know, trigger motherfuckers and bring the worst out their ass. Yeah, it'd be the same in church. But at least in church, I can at least say this shit every fucking Sunday. If y'all motherfucking playing, y'all might as well take y'all ass to the crib. Shit, nigga, we come here to serve God. Nigga, we come here to make sure everybody on their purpose. So we at least helping the people that we need to help in life. Y'all playing. And then me being a preacher, the leader of a flock, like 9 times out of 10, I've sacrificed a lot to become the fucking flock leader, to become a preacher. I can't be a preacher not married with a first lady. How the fuck I'm a preacher, but I'm fucking from bitch to bitch and chick to chick and trying to tell y'all to stay and fight for y'all marriages and shit like that. Like, how the fuck it's a one-man fucking church? Like, nah, I gotta have my wife there. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have first lady. First lady got a role. You dig what I'm saying? If I ain't on my business, who the fuck am I to tell y'all to get on y'all shit? Like I say, I'm a monk at the end of the day, so my life is just different. I live a life of servitude. I just serve God. That's all I do. People that know me, you see, nigga, that's all I do. I go to work for the world. You know what I'm saying? I go to work, working for God. And anytime I can get to chill, I chill. It's a full-time motherfucking job. I ain't got time to waste. I ain't got time to kick it. I ain't really got resources and pinnacles to kick it like that. But fuck kicking it. Fuck socializing. Fuck trying to be hip. Fuck going to places where everybody else going. Fuck all that. Did you see the state of the world? Nah, niggas gotta be on their business. 24 hours a day. Life ain't promised to nobody. And death prevalent like a motherfucker. So, like I said, you got 2 types of people in the world. You got divines and karmics. And the difference between the 2 is awareness. As far as your subconscious or mystery madness, to the masculine feminine, we got 7 of Wands. That's internal conflict. Like I say all the time, internal conflict is something that you heal and deal with. Instead of trying to help somebody else, help your fucking self. You got to master yourself before you call yourself out here trying to master people. You got to get a good grip on yourself before you call yourself out here trying to get a grip on other people. You understand what I'm saying? You got to learn how to be by yourself before you sit here and try to be with somebody else. A lot of people that help other people but don't help themselves. And then suffer in fucking silence because they feel like don't nobody hear them. Like, I hear you. What you need to understand is why you do the shit that you do. I'm telling you, a lot of people will give their last dollar to a random person thinking they doing good. Nah, you give your last dollar to the right person. In reality, and that right person is really your fucking self. Because how the fuck can you help anybody if you can't help yourself? If you ain't in a position to help nobody, quit trying to help people. If you in debt to your motherfucking kneecaps, what's the purpose of you investing in somebody else's business? You ain't even got the basis of your twin flame shit popping off. Why the fuck are you trying to help somebody with they twin flame doing? You ain't even found your path and purpose. How the fuck you gonna help put somebody on theirs, man? Like, a lot of people be having shit backwards. It's because they ain't really healing they self. They ain't really fucking with they self. How do you heal internal conflict, nigga? You deal with it. It ain't nobody's job to heal you. Ain't nobody's job to fix you. You fix your fucking self. If your heart was outside your chest, then maybe it might be somebody else's job to fix what's in your heart. But your shit is inside. Thus, you gotta fix it. You understand what I'm saying? Internal conflict. You need help. Start saying you need help. I see it all the time. A lot of people be fucked up and dead, stressed out, going through all kind of shit. But instead of Ace of Wands, which is above this, Plus 7 of wands, that's 8 of wands. What's 8 of wands? That's communication. That's talking. It's let motherfuckers know you internally conflicted. That's how you gonna get some help. I know a lot of people, like I said, that's in debt to their fucking knees, but still out here spending money like they got it. Or at least to make other people think that they not in debt. That's backwards. You need money. The fuck is you spending it for, trying to prove a point that you not in the financial crunch that you in? Let somebody know you fucked up. So they can come at you different. People can't read minds. People can't read hearts. Niggas can read actions though. If you was motherfucking in debt, you should be saving money. But if you going out here spending money, then how the fuck a person supposed to know you financially in a crunch? If you all depressed and you unhappy and you beating yourself up and suffering in silence, but yet when you go out in public, you smiling and you dilly-dallying like everything kosher, how a person supposed to know you hurt? And going off your fucking actions. You smiling, you put on this fake facade like everything okay when in reality it ain't. Guess what? Communication is 20% verbal, 80% nonverbal. It ain't what you saying half the time, it's what the fuck you doing people gonna go off of. Wrapping this reading up. Going to the future, directly feminine, you got the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-admiration, self-realization, self-identification, self-care. Self-care. You take care of yourself before you call yourself trying to take care of somebody else. You love yourself before you call yourself loving somebody else. And then you love yourself unconditionally. So just in case a person never loved you for the rest of your motherfucking life, you'll be fine. You ain't blaming yourself. You don't think it's something wrong with you because people don't love you. You love yourself. You don't think something wrong with you because people won't take care of you. You take care of yourself. You ain't mad because people don't understand the person that you are. You understand your motherfucking self. Everything starts from self. You know what I mean? Like I said, goes with the whole internal conflict shit. Like, until you get yourself right, fuck trying to help other people. Fuck trying to get other people. You don't get you. Fuck trying to love other people. You don't love your damn self. Like, that's silly. Two of Cups is the lover's card, right? So before you fall in love with another person, fall in love with your fucking self. Through and through. Flaws and all. You know what I mean? So when you find a person that loves you through and through, flaws and all, they're just a like-minded and like-hearted person. They're just like you. Because they can understand love like the way you understand love. They have understanding like you have understanding. They got compassion like you got compassion. But even if you ain't getting none of that from a person, you still got that in yourself. So you can love a person where the fuck they at. You could be alone and by your motherfucking self and highly content with that. I'm very content being by myself. I don't need another person to have a good time. I don't need a person for shit. I'm into time, energy, and resources for me to be self-sufficient in my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Before I allow somebody else to dictate my cups, feelings, and emotions. I dictate my own feelings and emotions. And action. So final card in this message, we got the Queen of Wands. This is a divine feminine. What is a divine feminine? She's the queen of actions and behaviors. What she doing, what she's been doing, that's making her the great divine person that she is. Not what she finna do, not what she has, not what she accumulated, not her status, not the people in her life that make her great. She makes herself fucking great. Divine feminines usually got powers. Divine feminines usually on a path and on a purpose. Divine feminines are usually leading their masculines to victory. By her doing the right actions, their masculines are doing the right actions. By the feminine going forward in life, masculines go forward in life. And whether your masculine is with you or not, it don't fucking matter. The divine feminine is independent and on her shit to where whether her masculine is the icing of her cake or not, whether the masculine got his own life or his own relationship, without the feminine, she's still going to be just as enthused, just as cool, just as smooth with or without her divine counterpart. Her divine counterpart does not create her life. She creates her own fucking life. That's why I say Ace of Cups. Unconditional love. You love your master unconditionally, so just in case he chooses to love somebody else or chooses just to live his own fucking life entirely separate from yours, it's alright. Because you got your own life. You got your own love. You got your own path, your own purpose. You got your own escapades. For you are the thinker who thinks the thoughts that makes the motherfucking thing. You just learning what a divine is, and usually the divine feminine is kind of working twice as harder than the masculine. But we ain't comparing work because your masculine still does work. He's a fucking divine masculine. He ain't a karmic masculine. He's your twin too, by the motherfucking way. So whoever you are, he is. Whatever you on, he on. It ain't whatever he doing, you doing. That's usually what it is. He's doing some shit. You trying to get like him. You playing get like me with your own motherfucking masculine. Nah, he need to be playing get like me like with you. You steer this direction. You are 3 of winding. He's just 2 of winding. 3 of wands. That's your purpose, feminine. That's 2 of winding and finding an extra wand out your 2 of wands to do more. 2 of wands is a job. That's survival. That's how you make ends meet. Birds, bees, bacteria, boars, and bears do that shit. You gotta do more. What's the more part? That's when you leave work, find time to help somebody. You ain't rushing to help somebody like it's a thing to do. Like you getting some propers or some points from doing this shit. Nah, you do it because you're supposed to do it. You always should be helping people. But only help people when you can help people. If you can't even help a person, don't fucking do it. Like I said, because if your life falls out and you lose your footing in life, how you gonna try to help somebody else? Like you gotta know when to help people. You gotta know why you helping people. But you still gotta do more. You can't just take care of yourself and your family and not help anybody. Like I said, it's somebody that needs some assistance. Somebody that needs some guidance. Your kids straight, okay? See what your kids' friends on. Maybe some of your kids' friends ain't eating. Feed their ass. Maybe your kid friends ain't got guidance. Be a guide to them. Second mom to them. Because you clearly see what the fuck they mom want and don't even love their own fucking children. You can be mama too for them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you doing good in business and commerce. You making a lot of money and shit, okay? Give to other people, to other businesses that might need a startup, that might need some assistance, or be a motherfucking director, or a guide, or a sponsor, or teach them how to get to the money. It's taking time out your motherfucking schedule to put people on, or put people in a position. But that's what you were born to do. That's the divine feminine's job. The divine masculine, his job is just the 2 of wands. His job is to just make ends meet. But it ain't just making ends meet. It's being there. 2 of wands is like a tack or a poster on the wall. It's like paperweight on paper. Paper clip on paper. Money clip on money. You understand what I'm saying? It's like it holds shit down. You know what I mean? Your master's job is just to be there. He's alive, right? All right, he's there. that's half the battle. He's alive and kick it. Cool. As long as your master's alive, you can build shit. You know what I mean? But you gotta be on your 3 of wands. You gotta have shit going for your masculine wanna fuck with. It ain't the other way around. And then you can build some shit for your masculine to fuck with. But rule number 1 in this twin flame shit, it's optional. Whether he fucks with it or not, hey, as long as you build it, he will come. The way real twin flame situations work, y'all will meet again. Y'all will have a full fucking circle. Y'all gonna be separated, but then y'all gonna be back in the cahoots. They're separated, back in the cahoots. It's gonna be like this forever. It was like this in the previous life. It's gonna be like this in the next. You just gotta understand the rules and regulations to this twin flame game. It's something the feminine needs to learn. But to you aware masculines out here, I mean, unfortunately, your feminine should be on her job, but it seems like you kind of more on her job than yours. He could be a she could be a he. You know how we rocking. All right, we'll be proactive. Get some shit going on to get your feminine included in your shit. Switch the roles. That's the message that I got, though. Hope I can be a good use. It's your boy D.Boom. Please stay tuned for the next message. Deuces.